now. Having some technical difficulties earlier. Okay, should be back. And the car just decoupled. Love that. Hello again. Yeah, I'm back now. I'm gonna try to fix the little whoopsie that occurred. Okay, we should be good now. Okay, let's see. I can't reach that from there. Should be good now. So I've gotten ourselves a new lead engine for the boxcar train on the outside loop. There we go. That thing's ridiculous looking. Yeah, this thing does not run well. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to switch out power again. This thing is not running how it should. Alright, let me see what other Santa Fe engines I have. I think we'll choose the old Bachmann 280. I think this thing should pull decently well. There we go. By the way, the Mantua Camelback is a rare and large engine. Saw one at a train show. Should have got it on eBay. Sell up to $200. Yeah, I don't know if I'm believing that. I'm almost certain it was some sort of custom job that somebody put together. And I don't think anybody's really looking for a 480 Camelback, so it couldn't be worth that much money. These Bachmann Steemans are pretty stout. My 4449 is a really good puller, very reliable too. This is an older one. This is one of the consolidations they produced in the 80s. This is one that I got running again as per custom here. Having a little bit of trouble. Get a little more speed. There we go. You guys can see it in the back there. Wait till it comes around again, or actually no, I can... I wouldn't be paying anywhere near that for $200 for a 480 Camelback that's probably kit bashed. Not happening. I'll build one for that price. $200 for a Mantua Camelback is a joke. It just is. What brand do you think is most reliable? Athearn Blue Box. That's, you can't really go wrong there. Cheap and dependable. Well, they were cheap. Yeah, those old blue box locomotives refuse to die. They run fantastic. Do you have road and rail set? Lifelike and Tyco made these? Yes, I know who made them. No, I don't have one. They're not very easy to get. I will be right back. I need to go grab coffee. Okay, I've returned, and I have coffee. Alright, what I miss? Everything seems to be running well, which is a surprise. Here, we gotta check my chicken stir fry. Oh, cool. I just made coffee, so. All right, so let me show you guys. In other news, some other things have happened in terms of organization. So underneath the layout, I used to have this big pile of stuff kind of right there. And now it has all been consolidated into these shelves. I've got all nice and organized now, which I'm very happy about. My rarest blue box is the TH&B. I'm going to be honest, I really don't consider any blue box stuff rare. They're really all just, they're out there. Blue box stuff was mass produced, unless it's some sort of extremely limited run that they made like 100 or 10 of. The only rare Athearn stuff is like very obscure things that were made as promotional pieces. Athearn stuff I really don't consider to be rare. I'm not an Athearn collector, but that's just not how Athearn works. A lot of people who are into Athearn stuff, the pile of rock hoppers, yes, that is indeed the pile of rock hoppers. I have yet to find a place or home for those. Those are not, not mean I'm getting rid of them. They're staying here, but I need to find a proper spot for them because those go with my E60 and the U36. But yeah, I don't really consider any Athearn stuff to be rare. Because the Athearn EP5s those are rare. It's just certain stuff like that. But a lot of stuff that Athearn made was mass produced. And when people say that like a random Athearn engine is rare, I mean, there's a lot more. The Athearn world is a world that I'm not super familiar with, but I know that. What about the SD9? They made hundreds, or not hundreds. They made thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. What DCC controller do you have? Bachmann Easy Pack. I've seen one with my own two eyes. Yes, they do exist. The Athearn E60 is real. They are real. But they're actually American GK, so yeah. That one on top is Varun's. That's mine down below. That's the project shelf. You guys can see there's quite a few things lined up there to be worked on. Yeah, so that's there. The hoppers. I need to get those off the floor. I'm actually gonna do it right now. Alright. What about globe models? Globe model stuff is really not collectible. It's plastic. I mean, globe models is cool, but I've never had a personal interest in them. I don't really know much about them. Do you have rare Tyco Amtrak train? What the hell does that mean? That's so vague. That doesn't. I don't understand what that means. What do you mean by rare Tyco Amtrak train? That's not. No, my man. That just doesn't work. Rare and Tyco aren't exactly friends. Okay, that's where I draw issues. There is rare Tyco stuff. There actually is. There's rare Tyco stuff. It depends on who you talk to, though. Not rare. What do you mean it's not rare? Because if you're talking in terms of like an actual Tyco, someone who realizes that Tyco is a brand and doesn't treat them as just garbage, because I'll tell you, like, there's a very clear divide on people with Tyco stuff. There's people who literally just think it's just garbage and they just throw it away. And then there's other people who do have a genuine interest in it, and then there's people who are just like, oh yeah, it's Tyco. I'm not really in a Tyco. But let me just, for example, up on this shelf, the GM&O 280 is one of the rarest pieces Tyco made. The Grand Trunk C430 is not super rare, but they are rare. The Amtrak F unit, no, that's not rare at all. I literally have like 5. They're common. The Western Pacific GP20, which I got another one, but that's not staying. It's going to Varun. This, I have never even seen another one of these. I still have no idea what that is. Some probably, oh, whoopsies. Some probably wonder why this is on this top shelf. That is exactly because it is a Rivarossi chassis engine. They were made for 1 year on the Sears set, so those are special. All my Tyco rolling stock, it's Katy wheels or metal wheels and Katy couplers. Definitely not junk. Yeah, that I think is cool. I like it when people use Tyco stuff. But there is a very large amount of people who treat Tyco like it's just trash. And they take no opposition to that. They will just straight up say when you bring up Tyco, they're like, oh, that's garbage, trash. And I'm like, and there's someone who probably has like, someone who just has never owned a Tyco piece in their life. Do you know why Tyco made their GG1 so weirdly? That's because they're Tyco. And that's because it was made under Consolidated Foods, likely. They did not have the sort of materials to produce an accurate GG1, so they made those. I like my small group of Tyco engines. Good. You should. But it is sad to see how many people just throw Tyco away as if it is nothing. But that will not change, and I can't change those people's opinions on it. They don't realize it was produced for cheap Xmas presents. They had a target age group. I don't know if you're trying to say it was produced for cheap Xmas presents, because it wasn't. Tyco made really cool road and rail stuff. I still have fun with their US1 stuff. That's part of the hobby that I really want to get into. I really want some of the US1 stuff. I have not been able to get my hands on it. But no, I take no, like, I am full. What about Tyco clear shells? Those are Tyco clear F units. They only made clear F units. Those are the dealer displays. Don't have them. You're missing out on US1. I know. I want some US1 stuff so bad. They're so cool. I have just not. I don't have the space anyways to have it. That's the only other issue. But I am a dedicated Tyco collector. I legitimately spend a lot of time and interest in Tyco stuff, and I do not deny that at any extent. Hello, Dan. How are you on this fair evening? Quite acceptable. I hope you're doing the same. Like, I can understand when people just, not a lot of people will ever understand what the interest in Tyco. But I have respect for those who can just understand, or they can at least be like, oh, okay, yeah, I don't get it, but that's fair. If you like it, Tyco C630 1102 Rivarossi Drive, is that rare? They made it for 1 year. Yes, it's rare. But yeah. But there's just, that's my point for tonight. There's just two clearly different people. Yet, love Tyco. Yes, it's cheap, but it's fun to use. What with? I'm not sure what that last bit means, but okay. One of the things that I think Tyco got so right, Tyco Mano is not a thing. It's not a thing. That is Red Box era. Tyco Mano is not a thing. Please stop. I'm not that big into Tyco, but I like it. I forget what I was gonna say. Let me read the comments. I think there was a comment I was about to go off of. Damn it. Tyco Mano is Daniel Neuron, actually. Definitely rare Tyco mask locomotive. The mask engine is not that rare, but you don't see a ton of them. I actually noticed somebody just chopped one up and turned it into like a harbor switcher and just painted it flat black, and it made me really sad because I don't like to see those get chopped up, especially if it's a mask engine. They could have used so many of the other ones. Chat making Dan go insane. No, it's just the fact that there is a certain guy out there, I'm not going to name, who's made Tyco Manoa a standard term, and it's not. Tyco Manoa doesn't exist. Nobody realizes that. You're welcome to say that, but I just don't get it. That is one of my pet peeves. I will always stand by the fact that I hate when people refer to it as Tyco Mantua. Let me cut it short for those who don't know. Mantua was Tyco. Okay, that's a very basic and not totally inclusive explanation there. So, what I would like to display first is no, don't be sorry. It's okay. You're welcome to call it that. It just makes me upset because that's just one of my pet peeves. It's like a trigger for me. So let me grab one of the reasons, and this is what I'm gonna use as a point to explain here. So this is what Tyco originally used to look like. See how it's marketed as ready to run? Now, when Mantua was first created, they only made kits, and what became of Mantua was Tyco, and Tyco was the ready-to-run version of Mantua stuff. Now, before, they could only market it as just having Tyco branding on it. That's before they were able to get branding. So if you ever see an engine that just says Tyco on it, that's an original. We call that green box era. That's the short term for that. And so what basically happened was the two brothers, one of which owned Tyco, and the other of which owned Mantua, got into a bit of a dispute, and they split ways. That's when Tyco was purchased by Consolidated Foods, and that's when the branding completely changed. So Tyco Mantua, as people refer to it as, is the era in which Tyco engines were marketed on the bottom, or marked on the bottom, with Tyco Mantua. Basically, those are only leftover weights from when Tyco and Mantua were still together. And so, eventually they removed that. And actually, I can find an engine that has one of the weights that are just blank. I can't find one, but they did make engines that have those weights that are blank, and eventually they transitioned to them just saying Tyco. But yeah, that's the full story there. And I rather refer to it as Redbox. Isn't Tyco now Tyco Security? No, that's a completely different thing. Tyco was purchased by Mattel and was absorbed into Mattel and has basically never surfaced. They were just absorbed and now they're gone. They just stopped existing. And actually, as an example, that up there is one of the last Tyco sets that was ever produced. That is when they started going out of business because they weren't marketable anymore. I have that same red and yellow caboose. Oh, very cool. Done in 1993. Yeah, 1994, I think, was the last year they made train sets. And that's when they had outsourced their production to Mahano. Mahano IHC, something like that. I don't remember. There's two that whatever that general group is called. I believe Mahano. I have a Tyco Chattanooga. Very cool. Tyco Chattanoogas are neat. Mattel was a jerk to poor Tyco. Not really. Mattel doesn't care. And that's been made clear by a lot. They didn't think that Tyco was marketable, and they didn't want to invest the money into it. So they just used it as a brand for RC cars for a little while, until eventually that was not in their power. They just didn't use it anymore. But basically, Tyco was just not marketable. Nobody was interested in buying it anymore. It was really turned down to just the toys market. What about the New Haven C420, Dan? How rare is that one? First, it's a C430. And second, they're not exactly rare. So, yeah, no, they're not really rare, but they're, I guess, uncommon. I don't really know, honestly. I don't see too many in my area. Which was made better, Tyco or Lifelike? Tyco, I guess. That's kind of an objective question. Isn't Tyco? No, I already answered that question. I have a die-cast manual B&O 040 tender engine. That's cool. I have one. Mattel killed Kenner. I don't know what that is. Mattel ruins everything they touch. My bad. C430. Now you're good. The Tyco Turbo Train was so unique. I guess the Turbo Train was pretty cool, but it was really just a slot car on HO scale tracks. What if Mateo brought back the Tyco brand? Not happening. It is not. It just wouldn't be practical. Oh my God, they killed Kenny. Huh? Oh. What's your biggest engine in HO scale? Honestly, I'm not sure. I think it's actually my Reading T1 at the moment, but it might be beat out because I just bought a pretty big engine. So Tyco US1 trucking set at a flea market for $50. No truck didn't get it. That's not a bad price. What's your favorite caboose? That's a hard question. I like that question, but I honestly don't have an answer for that one at the moment. Okay, the reason I asked is because I have one, and it's in near-perfect cosmetic condition. It's just that it won't move under its own power. Honestly, if you want to sell it, or if you want to trade it, I have a P.O. box. Or if you want me to just fix it, it's up to you. I actually don't have one, so. Okay, so what does Tyco do now? Tyco doesn't exist, essentially. There's a Tyco security company that's unrelated to Tyco trains. Dan, you're going to get a big boy soon. No comment. Do you know the No comment. How many cabooses do you have? No idea. Mantua Classics kind of remakes the old train cars with knuckle coupler. Okay. How many B&O C16040s do you have? Just one. Or no, I think that's the dockside engine. I think I have maybe 2 or 3. Or no. Actually, wait a second. If you're counting the lifelike ones, then there's quite a few. The line's there. And then the Rivarossi one is somewhere over there. I don't remember. I honestly lost track. What is your least favorite loco in your collection? That's a hard question. Do you have a turntable? Not yet. Okay, thanks. Oh god, that's a lot. Yeah, there's quite a few. I'll eventually count them. Okay, this is actually a video that I was supposed to make a long time ago. Once the channel reaches 2,000 subscribers, there will be a collection overview. There will. Have you ever heard of the Bachmann Tex Chugger? Yes, and I want to get my hands on one eventually. Oh wow, we're breaking 30 viewers. Awesome. Our Mantua 282 is rare. No, not at all, my guy. Mantua 282s are some of the most common steam engines in the world. Those are not rare. At all. I'm sorry. I hate to maybe burst your bubble, but no, they are not rare whatsoever. Dan, I want to give you one of my locos. Awesome. If you know where to get my P.O. box, have fun. Do you have a Tyco chugging boxcar? A few, actually. Do you have a Tyco B&O 462? No. I've passed on quite a few. I have yet to get my hands on one. The most common Mantua engine is the 460. That's not true. That's just not true. The Mantua 460 is not their most common engine. At all. Their most common engine is probably the 040s, 462s, or the 040 shifters of that sort. Do you have any Mantua or Athearn Blue Box engines? Quite a few. Any Tyco SP engines? Yes, I have the SP GP20. Haven't decided if I want to get rid of it or not, Dan. But if I do, you can have first dibs on it. Awesome. How many Hustlers do you have? 4. They're right there. Okay. So I have one with the same minor chipping. What company made that ACL switcher on the siding? Okay, that's actually... I'm glad you mentioned that. That is made by a very cool little company called Revell. Let me pull it out. So this is the Revell ACL SW. You can see there's even a cab figure. It's missing a couple parts, but these are actually pretty cool. And I even was able to get my... Oh, let me... I'm gonna have to put it back on the siding here. I was even able to get my hands on the matching caboose for it. This is also the Revell caboose that they made with it. But yeah, I'm glad you asked. So that engine actually has something very unique inside of it, which is known as the centrifugal clutch. Basically, as you rev the motor, it engages. So it's like a motorcycle, like a mini bike. It's like an automatic transmission too. I think. I guess that's the best way of describing it. Okay. Have any of the Broadway Limited? Looks like an Amtrak GG1. No, those are specialty cars that they made with it. Those are two-tone cars. I don't have the Amtrak GG1 either. Have any model power engines? Yes, quite a few. Do you have a Tyco Chattanooga? Oh boy, that's a fun question. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 2 more down there. And then there's 2 more at the end, so we'll say 13 for right now. Okay, back to, where was that? You have any Lionel HO? Yes. Okay, up there we've got a Lionel HO FA. And down there we've got two Lionel HO 462s. Those are awaiting restoration. Okay, so... Okay, hold on. Do you know I'm not reading that name. Train things. What boxcar is in front of that steam engine? Not sure what you're talking about. Will you ever get a Rapido model? No, I don't. Canada, bad. That's where the bad people live. That's it. That's all. I mean, behind it. I don't know which one you're talking about. Still, nice caboose. Dan, okay. Why is your layout dangling from the ceiling? It's suspended by cables. I can raise it up and down. Lucky 13. I'm not lucky. I just know where to find them. Do you have a blue Comet engine? No. Nice. Lionel HO operating track. Yes, I have the Lionel HO milk car. Is your layout DCC or DC or DCC? It's both actually. Dan is the Tyco King. Not exactly. Do you have a VNT Railroad 240 by RSO? And none of them have stacks, so I will eventually get or make a stack for one of them. Dan, what is your favorite music genre? Rock, like British rock. And one that keeps it passing in front of the camera. That is a male pouch tobacco car. Those are all Tyco billboard cars, including the Bubble Yum car. Love that thing. What's your DC power pack look like? It's a very old dual pack, and I may have replace it eventually, but it's been doing good for the time I've owned it. Do you have any Hobbytown engines? Yes, I have no, I actually sold it. Never mind. I used to have a Hobbytown C&O, I think it was like a GP9 or something. I don't remember. Well, dang. And here I just pre-ordered a Rapido C30-7. I'll go sit in the corner now. No, I'm kidding. I don't have any problems with Rapido, but they're too expensive. Dan, do you have a Tyco 262? No. Man, oh my god, we have 36 viewers. Holy crap, that's a lot. 35, the sad. Can I see the B&O Big 6 you fixed up? I love those things. Sure. Let me, I'll bring you over to the shelf. So here is my Big 6. There you go. And then I'll get the tender. Do you have a store to buy your trains at? I buy stuff from all over, my man. Any upcoming plans for expanded track? Yes, this is going to become a layout. Here you go. There's the tender. Are you? I'm not. Yes, I'm still Dan. E60s. Those dual packs are good. Power packs. The club has a similar one for their layout. Handles the trains pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty old. I just don't think it's going to last a super long time, and I really want to replace it. Do you have any Katy train cars? Yes, I have many. Do you have any Erie steam engines? No, but I have an Erie F3 back there that needs some work. Have you used an MRC Tech 2 power pack? Yes, I had one, and I threw it off a cliff. That's not even a joke. If you find the video on Message to MRC, you will see the story. Any European trains? I have a French engine. I have a 262, and one of them runs like and. Yeah, they run like and. Wow, we are raising and lowering in viewers, like, rapidly. We went from, like, 36 to... Oh, nope, never mind. We're back at 37. Got any British trains? Do I have any British stuff? I'll get back to you. I don't remember. Vintage class of diesel you desperately want to collect. Which one would it be? That's a good question. I like that. If you're talking in models, I am working on my Bachmann collection of U36Bs. I almost have all of them. So I like that question. You have 69 viewers. Alex is brand new. Sorry for that. Is that French engine running? If it is, can you run it? Sure, we will run Jeff. Okay, so the story with this is it's made by a French company called Jouf, I think it's pronounced. I honestly have no idea. But let me take off the AT&SF280. It's been running for quite a while now, so it needs a break. You don't want to run these Bachmann 280s for extended amounts of time, or they will burn up. They're not meant to run like that. Okay. This is going to take a second to switch out these cars, unfortunately, but I will get it done. All right, let's get Jeff out. Jeff. I love this thing. It's such a cool little engine. I was actually traded it by Varun, and that's why I love it. Let me get Jeff out. Okay, let me get Jeff out in his 3 passenger cars. Okay, I've got Jeff on the track. This is taking me a second to get him all set up here. It does not run the best, but it does work. I'm sorry if I'm ignoring chat right now, but that is because I'm getting this guy on the track. Okay, we've got Jeff all set to go. Oh wow, we dropped to 22 viewers. That's bad. Do you have a Centennial or plan on getting one? Yes, I have one. I actually have 2. Do you have play art trains? A few, yes. What's one model you think you will never own? I know I'll never own certain Tyco prototypes. I don't know. It's pronounced Joe F, sort of. Pop the smoke element on my Bachmann steamer. What is your dream model to have in HO scale? Mine is a model of 2716. My dream model to have... That's a hard answer. Honestly, I basically live to see the day that I own a Mantua 280, a pre-war one, in full, complete condition with a matching caboose. Certified Jeff moment. 32. All right. Let's see how Jeff goes. There you go. Oh, yeah. See, the pickups on this thing are pretty bad. So, you ever heard of the engine 247 Puffing Billy being restored for use on the Whistle Stop and Funlandia Railroad? No, that sounds pretty interesting. So there's Jeff. Look at him go. I love Jeff. He's such a cool little guy. Did you hear about the Australian steam-powered sleeper train? No, I didn't know about that. That sounds pretty cool. Oh no, the 280 is blocking it. What's that 460 on your shelf with the brown cab? That's an Aristocrat 460 with a John English tender. Can you run any Marks locos? If you might, after Jeff. Yeah, sure. I have a Marks 464, maybe. It depends if it wants to run. I have a few Marks engines. It depends on which one I can run. What's the engine with the yellow caboose? Yeah, that's the Aristocrat 460. It's got a John English tender behind it. It's kind of meh. I got that from Varun. Or no, I got that from Will. Never mind. Yeah, I can't even remember who I got it from. It originally came from Varun. It had a rail joiner taped to one of the rods to hold it together, and I ended up having to solder it. Could you run one of the Unity engines? That's a fantastic request, yes. So let's... Why is there a diesel on an isolated track near the mountain? I might take that off. It's an N&W diesel that is basically just ruined. What's your favorite Tyco accessory? That's a good question. Honestly, it's probably the operating hopper. I love that accessory. It's really cool. All right, let's get the old man going here. You guys are gonna have to give me 1 second. I gotta get this thing on the track correctly. Okay, Unity 040 is currently running now. Or Krusty. Yo, run Linder. I am running Linder. I like the Tyco unloading boxcar. They are really cool. I love the Tyco operating cars. I like to get the boxcar. All right, here he comes. Oh, we gotta get him in frame. There he goes. Love that damn thing. How did you find the bands for Jeff? I remember when it kept snapping Athearn bands. Oh, I completely forgot. I never really made an update video on Jeff. So, I think I replaced it with some Rainbow Loom bands. I honestly don't remember. But I got it running. Yes, that is a Camelback moment. This is my custom built and custom painted Aristocraft 040 Camelback that has been completely transformed into Linder, I guess you could say. But yeah, I don't think anybody has seen this yet. Do you have any Amtrak trains? I hope that answers your question. Ooh, we'll get a good shot of Linder coming past here. There he goes. What a charmer. Wrong funnel on there. No, it's the right funnel. Too bad. Somebody said something about the funnel before. You getting any Amtrak chargers soon? No. Can you run the Amtrak train next? Probably not. I'm kind of enjoying the Linder as he's going right now. And I'm loving Jeff because Jeff's doing amazing. Linder is based. Thank you. I love Linder. It's such a cool engine. I'm very proud of that thing. How many New Haven? I don't even think I have an answer for that. I don't. Which River Rossi and IHC engines do you have? I've got a Big 6, I've got an IHC 280, an IHC 462, River Rossi 040, River Rossi 040, River Rossi 462, a couple 440s, I can't name all of them. Do you have any LNE engines? No, unfortunately. I do have an LNE boxcar, which I really like. Let me actually turn out the lights so you guys can see how bright this light is. This light legitimately lights up my entire room. That's how bright it is. Oh, I have 10% battery remaining. All right, so look, you can see Linder's light from here. That's how bright it is. It is very bright. Alright, looks like I'm going to have to get a charger for my phone here. Because my phone's not doing too hot on battery. Linder is a Spotlight on wheels. Any other Chattanooga name minus the engine and caboose? Not that I can think of. Do you have any New Haven locos with the old New York? No, I don't think so. Great work on Linder. Thank you. It will get a video. I promise it will get a video. Okay, let me get my extension cord so I can actually keep this screen going. Okay. All right. My phone is now plugged in and we should be good to go. Putless, Dan has a Lionel Spotlight car whose name is also Linder. That's pretty funny. Have you heard of the White Pass Railway? Yes, the White Pass in Yukon. Do you have the HO model? No. What's your next train show? I believe the Castle Shannon show, although I'm probably going to go to a flea market sometime this summer, and I will be going to Strasbourg later this summer. So I'll probably pick up a couple things there. Are you in PA? Yes. Yeah, the Strasbourg train shop is pretty cool. That's what I've heard. Strasbourg Museum is awesome. You mean the Rare Museum of Pennsylvania. Flea markets are good to grab trains. I got a 480 for $5 and a 040 for $7. Not bad. Just so you know about Puffing Billy that I mentioned earlier, he's a character from a TV show called Let's Go Alberto, which I'm creating. This is the first time the show is mentioned in Pennsylvania. Okay, I'm in Ohio. Ohio is an absolute wasteland. That one's for you, Matt. They have a real steam-powered Thomas. That is correct. Ohio has nothing but corn. He's not even wrong, which is funny. Alright, I think Jeff is going to need to cool down. His motor gets relatively warm. Alright, let me shut down Jeff for right now. I'm sorry, Jeff, but you're getting a little warm, so we're going to have to retire you for tonight. You've done fantastic, and we enjoyed your presence. Sorry, guys, I gotta hype up Jeff for his next time. He will arrive on stream. I'm sure you guys will be very excited for Jeff's return. But unfortunately for now, Jeff must be put away and stored safely. Okay, now what do I run is the question. I think somebody requested I run something Amtrak, so we'll run my F40, I suppose. Funnily enough, this F40 I'm about to run was sent to me as a joke. That is not even, like, an exaggeration. I literally was sent this because it was funny. And I actually enjoy this engine, which I find pretty amusing. All right, let's give it a run. I hit shows around Cleveland. Minnesota's nice. Hamburger, Cabela's area here on the Cobb. I remember seeing 475 during my first visit to Strasburg and not being able to shut up about it, calling him a movie star. Its eyes melted into a video called EST 15 Boiler Test. Oh, yeah, I know about that video. That's a joke. Ohio produced a lot of BS. Ohio is just a terrain error. Can you run your Lionel that's based off the John English? That's actually a good request. I'll run that next. This is a certified F40 PH moment. You should get some short ore hoppers for your custom 040. I probably will. Bachman Spectrum, Strubs give it away. Yeah, that's correct. That's corn on the cob of which Ohio is. The question is, who requested I run the... Okay, for my question for Frank, what would you like me to run as rolling stock behind it? I have a lot of different stuff, so basically anything you request I can probably provide, like a coal train, some box cars, just about anything. Because you actually gave a genuinely good request, and I would like to honor it to my fullest thing. The East Broad Top just fired 16 a couple days ago. That is correct. That's big news. Pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. I'm eventually going to go see the East Broad Top. Mixed freight with a matching caboose, please. You have got it. I don't know if I have a Southern Pacific caboose. That is my only issue. Let's get the John English engine on the track then. Yeah, since it's Southern Pacific, I don't think I have a matching caboose, so I'll just have to give it a whatever caboose I'm able to find for it at the moment. Let me get the thing out. Okay, let me see. Do I have a Southern Pacific caboose? I feel like I do. No, you know what? We'll just give it a bobber. Alright, so let's see. What box cars do I have at my disposal? We've got a D&H car. I'm going to try to run a somewhat period correct consist for this thing, but I can't guarantee anything super crazy accurate. Okay, I'm currently setting it up. Do I have any flat cars that would look nice? Ooh, the boat flat car. Yes. Perfect. Okay, this is a pretty sick consist, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really liking this. And there it is. So let me give this thing a little more speed. And here we go. Let me see something. I think something's clogged here. So I'm not getting any smoke out of the smoke unit. Because this thing actually does have a smoke unit. Let me have a look. Okay, this should do the trick. Alright, let's see. Did I fix it? Still not seeing anything from the smoke unit. Oh, nope, there we go. There's the smoke. So there you go, Frank. There is your 462. I hope you liked the consist. I tried. Got a little bit of everything. Let me give it a little more speed. All right, let's see that. There it goes. Oh, whoopsies. I do really like this engine. It's a shame that the one with the whistle tender has that problem with the armature. Let me get a tracking shot. Well, that failed miserably. Well, there's Linder. Going. This is a really awesome engine. I legitimately love this thing. Plus, it's very cool, and I can't believe it has a smoke unit, as the original die-cast model has no room for one, and the boiler is really thick. Yeah, too. I've seen that locomotive in a video by Lionel for the first time to up a Lionel steamer with its whistle. I'm not sure what that is. Actually, yeah, let me give you guys a look at the one with the whistle tender. Let's, where's the New Haven Pacific Act? Right there. Let me, stop this guy. So we'll have a look at, the Whistling Tender 462. I'm not going to try to... Oh, my phone is at low battery. So this is what I believe was one of the first HO scale steam engines to have any sort of sound mechanism in it. So here's the tender, and as you can see, it's quite large, and up front it has a solenoid that acts as an E-unit, which an E-unit is basically a reversing unit for O-gauge engines, which a lot of you are probably familiar with. So there's that. So here's the engine itself. The engine's not really anything special, except it has the wires for the tender. But yeah, the problem with this is the armature is bad. I need to rewind it. But if anyone has a spare armature, please let me know. I would really love to not have to rewind this, because I don't know if it's going to go well, and if it doesn't, then I'm pretty screwed. But we're just going to have to chance it and see if it goes well. I need to get some wire for it, but yeah. So we'll actually compare it. Let me bring the tender and engine over here next to the... I think this will be something nice to end off with. Actually, let me stop Linda right there. Okay. I think this would be nice to end off with. Yeah, they're basically the same engine, but the tenders are different. So there you guys go. There's the Whistling Tender 462 next to the normal 462. And with that, I think I'm going to leave you guys. Yeah. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I'm enjoying doing this. This is fun. I'll probably do more live streams soon. I've had the time lately, and, you know, it's been enjoyable, especially when we get to run trains like this. The layout is, you know, coming along, and especially with all the work I've been doing, this helps me, you know, run stuff, and, you know, I'm glad you guys enjoy it. So, anyways, guys, thanks for sticking around and watching, and I'll